Fez show. Someone's going to the Big Ass Prize Contest and pick up a pair of tickets to see Kid Rock perform live at the Merriweather Post Pavilion. That show's coming up on September 9th on a Thursday.
Let's go see Kid. It's Kid, baby. Kid Rock. We were talking about, have you ever been in those clubs where somebody comes in, and even if they don't hop up on stage, you know that they're the big rock star from the area. Everybody can identify, and then that kind of makes everybody's night. 866-277-4969, 866-277-4969. We'll give out a pair of Kid Rock tickets whenever you were in a club and somebody came in that just got the whole place murmuring. Dubs, I see you're raising your hand over there. I know, Kid Rock, right?
I totally forgot about this one. The big one in Lansing was whenever the Verve Pipe would show up and hang out at a bar. They were always...
Is that who did Freshman?
Yeah.
We were only freshmen. That was their one-hit wonder, right?
Yep, they had nothing else after that. And, they released a couple that we played on our local station,
right,
but they got no name.
Because they would do your birthday show.
Yeah, they did our birthday bash.
You always know that whenever somebody does your birthday show and you're in a smaller market, you owe them big time. You have to turn around and play try to get every ad for them forever. All right, 866-277-4969. Who came into a club when you were there and rocked the house a little bit? Jeremy, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Cool.
That's good. Well, when I was there, I was down at Club Q's, down here close in Glen Burnie. When I was there, basically we was all just chilling in the club and everything. Blink 182 was there.
Blink 182, that's big.
Blink 182 was there, and I met them personally and everything that night. They just came out of nowhere, and they was just there in the club.
No, did it cause a big thing of Blink 182?
I mean, it caused a big thing. I mean, people were going crazy and everything, and I was just like, man, I'm like, that's Blink 182. I know who they are. So.
Did any chicks throw themselves at them?
Yeah, they did. They just ran at them and everything.
I think Blink 182 is worth it. You're going into the finals there. That's a good one, Fez. Blink 182.
I would expect them to show up and immediately just disrobe and run through the place.
I would say this, better than Verve Pipe, but that's just me. Here's Tom. Tom, you're on Run of Fez. Who walked into a club when you were there? Got Kid Rock tickets on the line.
Mahabone.
Mahabone, my brother.
I saw Jerry Springer at this club called the Palace down our way over in Largo.
Now, Jerry Springer, I guess, was he on vacation at the time?
I don't know what his agenda was. I think he was there filming or something. He was very cool, though. He seemed to get it.
Was everybody cool to him?
Yeah, he would shake hands.
Because I was wondering if, Jerry Springer isn't one of those guys people try to pick on.
No, I think because he was being gracious. People were pretty cool.
He does look like a guy where people would run up to him and say, put me on your show.
Yeah, and he doesn't seem like he likes people, but that's very cool. All right, Tom's into the finals, Fez. Here is Ali. Ali, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, how are you?
Cool.
Cool. Okay, up in Watertown, New York, I saw the Doobie Brothers and Richard Grieco out together.
All right, now,
wow.
The big problem here is why would the Doobie Brothers and Richard Grieco be hanging out?
Richard Grieco is from Brownville, New York.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and the Doobie Brothers were performing at Bonnie Castle in Alexandria Bay.
So, maybe he went to see them and go, hey, I know a great club.
Well,
follow me, Richard Grieco.
What was Richard Grieco offered to take them out because he told them he was from there and everybody loved him, but then nobody talked to Richard Grieco at all. Everybody was hanging out with the Doobie Brothers.
Sure.
What was his 21 Jump Street spinoff?
I have no idea.
It was just his character's name.
Yeah, I was not all that big of a fan. But, yeah, Doobie Brothers wouldn't got it, but the addition of Richard Grieco, that works really great for me. Here's Mark. Mark, you're on the Ron of Fez show.
How you doing?
Hey, pal.
Beyonce down at Ozio on M Street.
All right, Beyonce, how good did she look?
Outrageous. She cleared out the Camelot in 1869. The strip club's next door.
Everybody came cruising over?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Beyonce, beautiful, beautiful woman, Fez. And don't let your prejudice get involved there. That's a beautiful, beautiful woman.
I'll take your word for it.
All right. Yeah, you're going into the finals for that one. Here is Doug. Doug, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Run of Fez. Great show. Thanks.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, I actually got two of them. They're both a while ago. I grew up in Central Jersey, and Bruce Springsteen would always show up.
All right, the other one's Bon Jovi, right?
Yeah, well, no, actually it's not. The other one is I went to college in Delaware, and there was a band playing a show, but before the show, I was out at the gym playing basketball, and I actually played basketball with one-hit wonder, Big Country, which was
Big Country with their big song, Big Country. You know what? I wasn't impressed with Springsteen. I am impressed with Big Country because they used to run those little ATVs around in that. Hey, did Springsteen hop up on stage?
Yeah, he would get up on stage at these little bars, and he would also show up just in town. He would show up at the local ice cream joint and give people rides home and stuff.
You know, the thing I do like about Springsteen is that he will hop up on stage. Yeah, you're going into the finals there. Because, you know, act like it's fun being a rock star. Act like it's a cool thing that you got this for yourself. So many people act like it's a problem dealing with people all the time. It's what you wanted your whole life. Ron, you're on the fence. How you doing, Body?
Hey, I'm doing good. Hey, listen, this was at a fine establishment called The Bayou down in D.C.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it's still around. This was a bunch of years ago. We initially went down to see this band called Don't Laugh Too Hard. The Rock Bottom Remainders, run by a guy named Dave Barry.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway...
Dave Barry, the writer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it had... he bought out, and they played okay music. But then they announced the song they were going to play with Teen Angel. And who comes out to play it but Stephen King?
So you went to see a Dave Barry show and Stephen King walked out.
Like a guest.
Yeah. I remember he used to, they had some kind of writer's band where all the different guys that used to do book tours would jam together.
Dan was in it, Matt Groening.
Right. Yeah, I'll say Stephen King, big enough for me. That's a big one, Fez. Here is Dave. Dave, you're on Fez. How are you?
Hey, I'm on the air?
Yeah.
Yep, go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I was at Fast Eddie's in Fairfax for karaoke night, and Less Than Jake came, and the lead singer from it, and he sang his own song.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How'd he do?
He kind of messed it up a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's karaoke is difficult. You'll go in the finals. Here's Tomas. Tomas, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hello?
Tommy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Tommy?
Yes?
Tommy? Go ahead, buddy.
Yes.
What do you got?
I got Stevie Wonder. I was at Tacoma Station about 10 years ago, so I'm sitting in the window, and he walks up, and I'm like, no way he's going to play here.
Yeah.
They just had a little local band there, and he did like a 20-minute set. It was unbelievable.
Get out of here.
I'm not kidding you.
I would have went out of my mind for Stevie Wonder.
Tacoma Station. You know how tight that is. It's like maybe 100 people can fit in there.
Yeah.
Right up close. It was great.
That's unbelievable. That's a legend, my friend. All right, you're going into the finals. That's gigantic. Here's Evelyn. Evelyn, you're on.
Hey, guys.
Hey, darling.
I was in a topless club in New Orleans at Rick's. I was actually a dancer there.
Nice.
And I'm sitting there drinking with someone, regular or whatever, and I turn around and Steven Tyler is sitting on the next table with me. He'd actually been sitting there for a while. I hadn't noticed. And we used to sell these stupid T-shirts every night. And I used to go out at the end of the night and give them to the kids that were tap dancing on the street. Nice. Anyway, I'm sitting there holding my shirt, and he's sitting there, and I'm, like, panicking, wondering if I should ask him to sign my shirt. I finally asked him. He said, I'm like, if I don't tell anybody and I'm real quiet and I don't cause a scene, would you sign my shirt? He was like, that's what I came here for, baby. And I like, held it in, and he signed my shirt, and... He was sitting with John Cusack, and I didn't know who he was.
Get out of here.
He was sitting with John Cusack. He was wearing a blue baseball cap. I didn't know who he was.
And did you say this? Not you, John. Just you, Steven Tyler.
I didn't even say anything because I was so nervous, man. I was really drunk, so I didn't want to act really stupid.
Now, was Steven Tyler drinking?
Oh, yeah. He was drinking gin and tonic just like me.
Now, what year was this? Because he's been in AA for...
This was last year because he played in Mississippi. When I was
pushed the 12 step
he played in Mississippi.
All right, yeah, you're going into the. He's pushed the 12 step thing for so long. Aaron, you're on Ron and Fez. Hey, Aaron.
Hey. How are you guys?
Good. What you got?
I got to go see Reservoir Dogs at the Arlington Cinema and Draft House with Quentin Tarantino and his mother.
Get out of here.
I'm serious.
When did this happen?
Oh, it was years ago. A friend of mine works in a comic book store and actually met his mother through the comic book store because she's a big comic book fan.
Wow.
And he was in town visiting, so we all went out to dinner together. and then went to see Reservoir Dogs at the Arlington Cinema and Draft House with him and his mom.
Was he talking during it? Were you getting, like, the director's cut?
No, he was acting kind of squirrely, you know, like with the big overcoat and the hat pulled down. Didn't want anybody to notice who he was.
I would, too. It would be embarrassing to go see your own movie years after it came out. That's a bizarre thing to do.
You think he'd watch it anytime he wants.
That would be like saying, oh, I listened to a Ron and Fez best of with Fez. We just sat there enjoying it. I mean, would that be the nuttiest thing ever? You'd never do it.
Now it does sound really uncomfortable.
Me and Hefe do it all the time.
Odd. Fezzy, a lot of people want to tell you Booker was the Richard Grieco spinoff. Aaron, you're going to go into the finals. Booker, do you remember that, Fez?
Now I remember it. I knew it was the character's name, but I couldn't remember the name of it.
Well, just always think Booker T.
5-time.
Yeah. Richard Grieco got his own thing. Never really had the career Johnny Depp had. Let's face it, never really had the career Dom DeLuise's kid had from that show. And he was like the big heartthrob, right? More than Johnny Depp, or about the same?
I would say about the same, because he replaced Johnny Depp on Jump Street.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Right? Because I think Johnny Depp went to movies, and then came Richard Grieco. They tried to do the same thing. He had that one, like, supposedly funny spy movie, and I never saw Richard Grieco again.
What was the funny spy movie?
That I don't remember. I don't think it was Booker.
Yeah, I don't remember a Richard Grieco film.
If you ever go on the net and Google Richard Grieco, there's a bunch of fan sites for him, though, still.
People still fans from, because he was a teen heartthrob.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like, you know, David Cassidy or any of those people from their time.
It was like they had Johnny Depp. He left the show to go do bigger and better things, and it's like they were going to try to do the same thing all over again with Richard Grieco.
Well, I'm sure they weren't going to try. I mean, they were mad at Johnny Depp for, I think he worked his whole contract and left. No, it's not like the production company makes any money when a Johnny Depp leaves. That's when he says, sorry, I'm bigger than you and your dumb show. Here's, let's just take a couple more, Fez. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez. What do you got for us?
Hey, boys, how you doing tonight?
Yeah, cool, buddy.
I think the Richard Grieco movie is If Looks Could Kill.
If Looks Could Kill. I've never even heard of it.
Yeah.
And it was a spy movie?
Yep.
Yeah. It was
spy comedy.
Cool.
If that's its own genre.
Who else was in it?
I have no idea.
There was just some young girl in it who was also an up-and-comer.
Yeah. Anyway, my side, there was some pretty good sightings. I was down in South Beach just last week, and you guys have been to that one called Opium?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got there early because we were with like 2 or 3 girls, and we were thinking that they'd get us in, and they got us in. Of course, obscene cover charge and everything. We ended up sitting in some seats, and we sit in reserved seats, and we just sat in because they let us sit in because we were early.
What's the point?
In walks Nelly, and we're in his seats.
Oh, very cool. All right, thanks, man. There we go. That would have been plenty. Wyatt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, buddy.
What you got, Wyatt?
Hoo-ha. Hey, I'm from Fredericksburg. My band was playing at the CBGB's about 6 months ago.
Nice.
We were touring with Gore, and who comes in but Kid Rock, and we were about 2 songs away from doing the song Simple Man from Leonard Skinner. We started playing, and he walked right up to the front, and he asked if I could come up, and me and him sang it together. It was awesome.
Now, that is very cool. So you didn't know he was going to be there, and you're just playing that song, and he goes, oh, I know this song. Can I come up?
Yeah.
Now, did he make it act like you lucky bastard, or, hey, would it be cool?
No, he was very cool.
Yeah, I like when people act that way.
Yeah, he acted very, very respectful and all that. You know what I mean? He shook my hand before he left, and everybody just went nuts as soon as he, left the stage.
That's
made
terrific.
us look great,
All right, man. And what's the name of your band?
My band's called The Deep End.
And where are you guys playing next?
We're playing August 27th at Central Station down in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
All right, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Wyatt.
Hey, can I add something in there?
Yeah.
I got a band I'd like to promote.
What?
It's called the McGregor's Band. They do blues.
Why would you now you're promoting bands? That's your thing?
Yeah. This is my buddy. See, my buddy upstairs, he plays guitar right in my apartment. And we become good friends. It's a 7-piece band. It's really good. I brought a CD. Track 3. Hit it, Doug.
No, we're not going to hit it now. Now we're in the middle of something. We'll play We'll play it, but you can't just keep using the show to promote your street team, your bands, your reality shows.
Well,
what if Fez and I get your comedy shows? What if Fez and I get back? What do we get back from you?
You get my love and affection.
We don't want that. We want just the opposite.
I paste the word.
We want anonymity from you.
Well, how much you need? What do you need, a check?
That means we don't want to know you.
Oh.
And we don't want you to know us. We're going to be anonymous to each other.
Or your band, Jazz Times 7.
All right, what's the name of this band you're promoting?
McGregor Band. And they play... They
like a Scottish band?
Nah, it's...
Hello, everybody. What is a McGregor Band?
It's Irish. They play cover tunes, cover blues.
Cover blues.
Cover blues, yeah.
That's sad.
No, it's happy blues.
Happy blues.
Yeah.
Happy blues. They're in a class of their own.
It gets you pumping.
Uh-huh.
I think on Tuesdays they're at the Raw Bar in Frederick, Maryland. I don't know the whole name of it.
Well, shouldn't you if you're the promoter?
Yeah, but they didn't officially give me that name. See, I see the guy walking by with a guitar, and I'm like, hey, you listen to Ron and Fez?
Oh, please don't.
But he's my buddy now. This is how we met.
How many people do you bother throughout the course of a week? I mean, I know what me and Ronnie get, how you're constantly stalking us. How many other people are on this wacky list of yours?
The sad thing is she's our street team. That's where we are in our life.
This is how I spread the word. Anybody listen to the radio? You listen to 106.7?
Stop it.
Ronnie, I got to get the word out in Tampa and Baltimore and Jersey.
Stay out of it. Stay out of it. Chapin wants to add something to the show tonight. What is it, Chape?
I actually grew up in the same neighborhood as Dave Grohl, and I was a huge Nirvana fan, so it was a...
Oh, you were the one. You were the big Nirvana fan, because you were the only one, I guess.
Yeah, at the time I was... No. But yeah, his mom still lived there, but he was obviously... had moved on, so we'd go, like, camp out in front of his mom's house, and she'd just come out, and she was real nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
you would just sit out front?
Yeah, after school. We went to school right down the street from where they lived, and we'd walk down, a whole bunch of us, like all the big, obviously there were many at the time.
Right, I know, I'm kidding.
She never really got annoyed or anything, so it was pretty cool.
But what were you hoping? Why would you sit in front of her house? What were you hoping for?
Well, it's like if his band was playing in town, we'd hope maybe he was home, and we'd always bring, like, our little memorabilia for him to sign, but he was never there.
Then... What is it, Jen?
Can I bring my band in here?
No. We're talking right now to somebody else. Why would we bring your band in?
We don't need a bunch of kilts and bagpipes in here.
It's a 7-piece band. It's got a trumpet and a guitar, too.
That's 2. That's 2 pieces.
You're missing 5 pieces.
I don't know the other instruments.
Daniel, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron, Fez, Crazy Jen, how y'all doing tonight? Hey, Jen, I just want to tell you are beautiful, and I would love to join the street team.
Oh, geez, enough of the street team. Okay, Daniel, hold on.
You can join.
The street team is driving me crazy.
It's blowing up, Ronnie. We're going to get the word out, Ron and Fez, all over the world. Korea, Australia.
Stop. Now, as it gets later in the show, you start to talk nuttier and nuttier.
No, Ronnie. I want my street team to grow like our family.
My only hope is that your street team will turn on you one day and chase you down the streets with boards and torches.
We're all going to find Fezzy's house. It's going to be like a big obstacle course.
I was actually on a street team from Earl Street one year, and it was interesting. All right, Fez, people were sending me this If Looks Could Kill site. That's the movie, your favorite Richard Grieco movie. And you're saying it was some woman that starred with him?
Yeah.
Linda Hunt played the part of the grunt.
Linda Hunt was the woman in it?
That's according to this. Richard Grieco and Linda Hunt in Looks Could Kill.
And I think that's the spy movie.
Let's see what it's about. He's having the adventure of someone else's life. He went with the rest of his high school French class for a trip out to France.
All I remember is, like, the tuxedo that he's wearing has, like, jet rockets in it.
You sound like the biggest Richard Grieco fan that I've personally ever made. You seem to know so much about him. I'm sitting here stunned. All right, do you remember the film that he was in with a Saturday Night Live member?
No, I don't remember that.
He was in that wacky spinoff from the 2 dancing guys on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, Night at the Roxbury?
Yeah, he was in that, playing the part of Richard Grieco. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll play the McGregor Band. What song are we playing? The Happy Blues of the McGregor Band.
It's on track 3. I forget the name of it.
You got to know names.
I just got the trumpet in my head.
How's it go?
That's a good name.
It's a good song, though. I'll get the name when we come back from break.
All right.
You'll know it, though. That'll be our next contest. Guess the song.
All right, and this is the MacGyver band. They fix things.
Now, I'm the MacGyver and the McGregor with the trumpet.
I don't understand. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and give out those Kid Rock tickets. We'll play a little bit of the McGregor band. It's the Ron and Fez Show.